Monday. I don't know if it'll be on Monday morning, but maybe.
Like where he is a secret, when somebody's a secret.
Oh, he said where he is already.
Yeah. Kenya.
He's in the jungle.
Bicycle race. His daughter. His daughter dragged him here. His daughter.
I got it. The whole world's a jungle. It's in the Barachin Nafshi.
I was going to say, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say
Yeah.
I was going to say.
All the wild animals are in the world.
Right.
Or in a basketball.
Okay, we're somewhere on the bottom over here. A few lines before the two dots we're going to start from. And we're trying to figure out, the Gemara want to say, skip out one in the Kinyanim. We have 3 Kinyanim on the table. We have Kesef, Shtar, and Biyah. We want to skip out one of them. Don't bring down the Pasuk for all 3. Just bring a Pasuk for 2. And learn the third one from the other 2. That was the discussion. No, before the 2 dots, right before the 2 dots, a few lines before. We're going to start from Chada Michada just to do a little Chazarim, 2-3 lines. I want to focus on the last line really.
583 left
Chada
side.
Michada, the first one line is Chada.
Oh, I'm not telling
4
you. I'm
lines
not
before the
telling
2
you.
dots.
I don't get in trouble again.
Okay, so the Gemara starts off. Chada Michada Loati. I cannot learn out one Kinyan from another Kinyan.
No.
How about learning one Kinyan from 2 Kinyanim? We'll have a tzad sheve. Teti chada mitati. Let's learn out one kinyan from 2 kinyanim. So the Gemara says, "Hey teti, which one do you want to learn out?" Lo lichtov rachmanav b'shtar. Let's ignore shtar. We'll take out shtar. V'teti me'anav. So the Gemara says, "Ma lahanach sheken hana'atan miruba." Well, those ones are all hana'atan miruba. Right, they're hana'atan miruba. Shtar is not Hana'atan Miruba. I just want to see one Rashi for 1 second.
Next one.
Did you use this one? Good, huh?
Yeah, I just want to look at one Rashi for 2 seconds. Rashi has an interesting lashon. I started to look into it. I couldn't find anyone discussing it, but Rashi has a little interesting lashon. Rashi says, Kesef u'biyah hana'atan miruba. Kesef and biyah have a lot of hana. Avar shtar erusin en bo la shum hana. There's no hana in the shtar kiddushin. But Rashi doesn't say because all it is a piece of paper that's useless.
And go la.
Rashi
La.
and la, yeah.
To her.
To her. Share en katuv bo ela hareat mikudesheli. All that says in the shtar is hareat mikudesheli. Meaning it's not. It sounds more than just. It's just a piece of paper. It sounds like if the shtar would have said more than just hareat mikudesheli, maybe it would have value to her. But the fact that it only says hareat mikudesheli.
That's on the start. He couldn't even say it, the guy. He had to write it down.
Yeah, but it sounds like. It sounds like if you promised her $1 million in the shtar, maybe it would be different.
If it was the ketubah,
Maybe.
Does he have to put in the money, something?
No, not in the shtar. In the shtar kiddushin, no. You just write hareat mikudesheli.
But there's no consideration. The kesef zo.
No, hareat mikudesheli. No, when it comes to shtar, there's no.
Oh, there's no brutan.
There's no brutan.
You hear that?
I'm not. I agree. I'm not saying that, but I find it being a very strange Rashi.
So with the star, he doesn't.
I got you.
Just a piece of paper.
Except that he's not taking care of her by Erusin yet.
Silver coin, a ring.
By Erusin, there's no getting taken care of yet. Right.
That the star
So it's a little bit of an interesting Rashi that Rashi throws in because it says Harat Mekudesheli. I'm a drop off.
Yes.
That's all it says, right? It sounds like it's more than just that the paper is worthless. We could have said because the paper is worthless. Rashi is a little more than that.
it doesn't have any content.
Right, there's no content. That's what Rashi says. Good, it's a commitment. That's all it is, a commitment.
He's not enjoying that he wrote it down and gave it up.
After he's done,
There's 2 points. There's 2 points that we're saying. Classically, say star is no not because it's just a piece of paper, like you're saying. There's nothing there. It's just a piece of paper. But there's another way that Rashi sounds like Rashi added a few words. Rashi says because all the star says is Hareat Mekudeshet. It doesn't say more than that.
Does it have to have her name or anything in it? Like,
I don't know if that's star for name. I'm not sure.
So the only benefit.
So maybe in some situations you could play games and figure things out to change things up. Maybe.
The benefit is the joy of being betrothed.
So it sounds like that's not a real joy. Or maybe that joy is coming after. It's not coming.
After the reaction of the star, that's what it is.
we suspect.
That's why we do.
I got you. Okay, I got you. That's true.
Cycle.
Yes, I agree. Good, I agree. The excitement, you're right. But it sounds like here there's no real hana from just from this piece of paper. That says only Hareat Mekudeshet.
I thought excitement, emotional.
No, it doesn't have to be the same, or no. Okay, that's this Rashi. Rashi, I find the drop strange, but that's what he says. Rashi says
I guess
the
of the 3 ways, that would be the...
No, the question-
I would think.
good. I agree. Good.
What are you getting out of it?
No, my point is the point that you're getting 0 out of it, or is it because the star says 0 in it?
Star says 0, and she's
So that's-
always to get
But I'm just saying
sort of the most...
you're just saying 2 points. You're putting together 2 points right now. Rashi, okay.
You doing a lottery or no? I'm betting honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you now.
I don't know if I agree. But
Okay, that's what Rashi sounds like. Rashi sounds like there's a second point.
You got nothing in return.
what do you mean nothing? She's engaged. She's gonna go
Well,
tell
she's
all her
engaged with a
friends.
ring. She has a ring. She has something. She's ready to be out. At least she had something. She's got nothing. She's got some paper.
She's got
Okay.
She's got a doctor. She's got an investment banker. She's got
She has it
something.
regardless. Through the star. That's what I'm saying. The star itself is not giving you any kind of benefit.
So, let's go on. Lo nichtav rachma b'biyas. Let's not write biyah. V'teiti manach. You just got finished saying because there's no hana. Biyah has hana. So you might say no. Ma lahana shekin kinyanan miruba. Kesef and star is used all the time.
Right.
Biyah is used only outside Kiddushin, only by Yibum. That's it. Yes. So you can say lo nichtav rachma b'kesef v'teiti manach. So let's knock out kesef. Forget about kesef. Kesef is the strongest kinyan. It's used all over. V'teiti manach. So the Gemara says, "Ma lahanach sheken yeshnan ba'al korcha." There are times that we have the other kinyanim ba'al korcha. We said Yibum is against her will, and getting divorced can be against her will. So the two star and biyah can be used against the person's will. So maybe they have a certain strength that Kesef doesn't have.
No, so it's only
Doesn't have a law for her, but for him he has.
No, what do you mean? No, against her will, against her will.
Against her will.
Against her
So
will.
it's
Is that
only
not my
the
bad?
Rabbanan later on that
Yes,
he
only
says
later
against
on the rabbi said it
it
can't be against her
has
will.
to be-
Yeah, only later on. Rabbeinu Gershom, that was one of his takelim. He said he can't marry 2 ladies. He said, oh, so you have to balance things out and she can't get divorced against her will.
Because Kesef can't be against her will.
No, so we never found Kesef against someone's will.
Against the will.
It's different from the other.
Right.
Well,
V'chitem b'kesef nami ba'al korcha. Maybe I'll find the case that Kesef is ba'al korcha. What's the case that Rashi that the Gemara finds by a maid servant? The father goes ahead and sells his daughter, and we're going to have to.
If you want to buy that house, you really want to sell it, but you're giving them.
That's not, at the end of the day. Why is it ba'al korcha? If he agrees to sell, if he doesn't agree to sell, then it's not sold.
originally, yes.
Can't force it. You get them.
There is a sugya, but I don't remember what we come out. There's a sugya of Talyu v'Zavim.
You could have done it.
They hang him to sell it. I don't remember what the Gemara comes out.
A lot, many things.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the Gemara comes out.
Not these days, but yeah.
That would be somewhat ba'al korcha. You'll have to figure out how to translate it.
Yes, to sell
Yeah.
the car, whatever it is.
So Kesef not be ba'al korcha. I find Kesef against her will by maid servant. We have to figure out exactly what it means that it's against her will by a maid servant.
gonna get the money. The father got
Okay, so we'll have to see, we'll see. We see Rashi, we'll go to
We're
Tosfot.
getting married by her.
Oh, good. So that's how you're saying good. Let's wait a second. We'll see all the questions.
Missing the whole.
So the Gemara says, "Beishut miha lo ashkechan." However, we don't find it by marriage against her will. We don't find in laws of marriage that kesef could be used against her will. Yibum is a form of marriage. Get is part of marriage. But we don't find Amay Aviyah, the way the Gemara is wording it right now, as being part of marriage. Okay, let's take a look at Rashi. What does it mean that we found by Amay Aviyah that Kesef works against her will?
Which one?
I might have to find it. I don't know. This Rashi doesn't. This one doesn't have bolded Rashis. I have to give me a
Very
minute.
short, very brief.
It's on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, Ba'amay Aviyah Bal Korcha. What does it say? She'aviyah mochra shelo mida'ata. So Rashi tells us the father is selling her against her will. The girl's screaming, I don't want to go. I'm not interested in being sold to be a babysitter for the next 6 years.
It's not against her will.
It's against her will.
Not her knowledge.
It's against her will. She doesn't want it.
Knowledge means will.
Is it? What if she says no? Maybe she could be Mima'en.
No, she can't.
How old is she?
Under 12.
Under 12.
Doesn't
So,
matter, father. You can never be mine. Only the mother.
so now when she
and the
reaches
brother.
12,
She's going to go out. No, then she goes out free.
She goes out free at 12.
Right, but till...
Here he's selling her.
So he's selling his daughter. Yeah, he's selling his daughter to the Jewish
So
master.
hopefully married.
Maybe he'll marry her, maybe he won't. I mean, it has to be at least marriage eligible.
Not obligation.
Right.
It's not an obligation. It's mitzvah too, but it's not an obligation. It has to be eligible. But a person can't sell his daughter to his son, because then the son can't marry the daughter.
So the assumption is that
You
he'll act
can't.
in her.
You might not be able to sell the mamzer either for the same price. That might be a question. That might be a question. I don't want to say for sure, but that might be a question. So at the end of the day, Kiddushin is tofes. Maybe it's different.
The assumption here.
I got you, but Kiddushin is tofes.
Yeah, it's not.
Kiddushin is tofes.
Right.
Kiddushin works
Singing
technically.
every day.
Good, but a Kiddushin
There has
works.
to be a built-in assumption that he's acting in her best interest.
Why? Who said?
His best interest.
It's in his best interest. It's his. He needs cash. He's strapped for cash. He's going to sell his
allowing him to
daughter.
do that?
The Torah allows it.
And the Rabbanan doesn't have a problem.
I didn't say that Rabbanan don't have a problem. The Torah allows you to do it. What the Rabbanan did after, I don't know. But on a biblical level, the Torah lets you do it.
How did they get married?
So Rashi tells us what's the Baal Korcha. The Baal Korcha is what? The daughter doesn't want to be sold. The father is selling her against her will.
That both people understand.
So then they were the same.
Oh, now came the doctor and asked a great question.
Rabbanan with hand signals.
And by marriage, the father's allowed to marry off the daughter also.
Right.
So why isn't that Baal Korcha?
When
He knows what's best for her.
He knows it's
Over there.
No, wait. Also, still talking about a ketana, right?
Kedanas, yeah.
Only my
Only if the brother or the mother
really
sells.
has Mima in it. Not the father. She have a choice.
The father doesn't have any. That's it. We had a story
What's the
that
question?
I had a Rabbi in Bet Midrash that he had a question came up to him.
Normal people.
They had someone had a major shalom bayit issue.
Who did it come out to, you said?
What?
Who'd you say it came into the question?
So my Bet Midrash Rabbi, named Rabbi Breuer. He was the rabbi in the base of Victor.
Washington Heights.
No, not that Breuer. He was no, different Breuer. He was really he was a businessman at one point. He worked in the Diamond District in Belgium. Or is it Belgium? So he worked in the Diamond District, and he used to go every morning to yeshiva and talk learning with the boys, and he would go to work and come back in the afternoon. Eventually, the guy doesn't like it. He went to stay and learn. He went to Panovich. He had a whole life story. So he had a question came from the guy who had a major shalom bayit issue, and the father got such advice. I married off my daughter, and I'm not telling you to whom. On a biblical level, he's allowed to marry off his daughter. There's no problem whatsoever. Now the problem is he's not telling them to unless they fulfill his conditions, whatever his conditions were. So they came to Rabbi Breuer. What should they do?
Oh boy.
Why, Jay? What do I have to tell you? You're right. She's not getting married till you give me $1 million. Till I don't know what the guy wanted. So that was the question that he was asking. He sent the question to Rabbi Vosner.
The problem if he's the other one that knows and he takes
Technically,
it with him, he takes it with him to the grave and then
yes, technically speaking, you have a problem.
She's stuck. Right. What do you do with her? What would have happened in that case?
So he got a sock from a Vosner. I don't know. It was supposed to be. He read us the tshuva back in the day. He must have had seven reasons to be Mekil and say we don't believe in the Father. But the reason it was an idea that we don't believe the Father. To let her off the hook. But when I went to Israel after, they had, in Israel they every once in a while they go against different people. They go against different people. Politicians, rabbis, all different people. So they job hachkavilim, they call them. The small papers, they hang up signs in the whole 9 yards. And they had when I was there, they had a sign. One of our rabbis is Matit Eshet Ish. And I knew right away, I'm sure, I have no question it was this case. Okay. But that was the case. So the father could go ahead and marry off his daughter against her will 100%. She doesn't have to know who she's getting married to. Totally against her will. I mean, it works.
Why don't they bring it up here?
Oh, so that's Tosa asked this question. Let's see. We'll see the bottom Tosa. Tosa's going to ask that question.
In either case, he's not allowed to know.
Sheken Yeshnem Balkor Al Bam Tosa on the page. Pirush Bekuntrus. So Rashi explains. Bia B'Yavama. We explained this outside before. Bia B'Yavama. The Yavam decides if he wants to get married or not. It has nothing to do with what the wife wants, what the sister-in-law wants. Shtar Begirushin. Shtar Begirushin. The husband decides he wants out. He divorces his wife whether the wife likes it or not. Kesef B'Amayvriyah. And money when the Amar V'yah is being sold. Comes Tosa and asks, V'kashe le'abenotam, im zeh chashuv ba'al korcha. If you're considering this ba'al korcha, masha av moched bito ba'al korcha, im ken mai kamar v'na lekameh, kesef b'ishut miyalo ashkechan ba'al korcha. How does the Gemara say the next line? We don't have kesef ba'al korcha.
It's got 2 cases.
Right. The father could go ahead and marry his daughter off. No, so Amavia is not marriage. Amavia is for slavery, for him to be a maid, to be a babysitter. No, but the Gemara said, "Ishuv lo matzina." The Gemara said, so yes, okay, good.
No, but the father is not making the kinyan. The
father, why?
The Khatan is making the kinyan.
So what? The father is accepting the money.
With the father.
The father is accepting the money.
Different if you're accepting than if you give.
So what? Why didn't you? What do you mean?
The father is a shaliach for the girl. He's accepting on her behalf.
Okay.
The person, the Khatan, he's the one that's saying,
Okay.
He's giving the money.
Good.
So now what's the Baal Korcha?
Baal Korcha means the daughter doesn't want to get married.
She doesn't want to get married.
The daughter doesn't want to get married. The father wants to marry her off.
She doesn't have to accept the money,
But the father's accepting it.
For her. Okay.
So it's against the daughter's will.
Yes.
How can you say?
So that's
what if the guy gives it to her direct and she says no?
It might not work. No, if she gets it directly, if she's underage, it's not going to work. If she's overage and she doesn't want, so it doesn't work.
Right. Either way, it doesn't work.
Right.
So this is an exception for the father.
The father accepting is with the twice an underage girl. The father accepts Kiddushin. It's like you have a 17-year-old girl getting married. You have to go. The parents have to go down to I don't know where, and they have to sign. They're letting her get married.
Yeah. Is it 17 or 16?
16. I don't know what the age is. What are you saying? Next, continue.
The courthouse. I'm going to the courthouse.
Ve'omer benotam.
The judge, county judge.
Ve'omer benotam. So benotam explains. Kevan de av makom bito. Since the father is in the place of the daughter, de av makom bitokai. En zeh chashuv ba'al korcha. Don't call this ba'al korcha. Why? Kevan shehi midato shalav. At the end of the day, the father agreed. The father's kavanah is
He's
good enough.
substituting. He's substituting. He's
Oh, so now we have to
substituting.
figure out what does it mean. What does it mean? Kesef bal korcha b'yamayvriya. If your father's ratzon takes over the deal, and his ratzon transfers to her. So why is it? What do you mean kesef bal korcha b'yamayvriya? It's not bal korcha. The father wants it.
Right.
So you have to figure out what does kesef bal korcha b'yamayvriya mean.
What's the difference?
Vim tomar. Of course, I know Tosh is going to talk about it.
That's why we're reading it.
Vim tomar. Im ken. Heichi kamar kesef nami ita b'yamayvriya bal korcha. How do you say the father is selling the daughter bal korcha? Hare av mochram mida'ato. The father sold it it was with the father's consent. The father's consent is like the daughter's consent.
Right. Substitution.
Come so it's not. He's going to go a little. He's going to go off the. He's not really going to go with Rashi. He's going to go a little off the path, and he has to explain a little bit. He has to explain the Gemara's words. He has to explain how it's shayach to Ha'mavriya. But he has to explain why it's bal korcha b'Ha'mavriya. But he's going to change it a little bit. It's
like what I was trying to say. With the marriage, he's acting as her agent. He's substituting his dot.
Good. But now we have to explain. So we have to explain that.
He's not acting as he's acting for himself. That's the difference.
Okay, let's see what Tosfot says. V'yesh lomar, Tosfot says, Tehachi pari, kesef ita be'ama. Money is we have by the ama, bal korcha. Why? Kegon she'adon miya'ed et ha'ivriya bekesef miknata bal korcha shelav, bal korcha shabbat. The halacha says when a man buys a ama ivriya, what can he do? He's allowed to marry her. Or his son's allowed to marry her.
Right.
Now the father's ready, he sold her. Once the father sold her, he has no rights to say if they can get married, if they should get married or not.
Or to marry.
That's why he sold it to begin with.
Maybe he somewhat agreed, but he didn't agree.
She could marry the master or the son.
Or the son.
So he didn't really sell her specifically for marriage.
He definitely didn't sell her for marriage. There was potential marriage.
Right, potential marriage.
But the actual marriage down the line is the husband has no say in the matter.
Right.
The father has no say in the matter.
Can he redeem her by the way?
Yeah, he could redeem her.
Before
Probably.
he sells
Probably
her,
redeem her.
he pays back the money when she's allowed.
Yes. We'll go see. You sold it for 2 years. We'll value it each year. So again, the master could go ahead and marry this girl against the father's will and against the girl's will. The fact that he already bought her, that's, if you want to say it's a half a marriage, and that allows him to marry her against either one's will. So that's what it means. When we have kesef b'amay avriya, it's against her will.
But even against the father.
It's against the father's will as well. Oh, right. But we're going to have to explain. Maybe we'll get back to it tomorrow. But we're going to have to explain. So what does it mean by ishut there's none? In marriage there's none. This is marriage also.
He agreed.
No.
The father agreed on the issue.
No. In other words, yi'ud. What's yi'ud? Yi'ud is a form of marriage. When the master is marrying, decides he wants to marry this maidservant, that's his level of marriage.
Right.
And
Against the father's will.
good. So then I see kesef works against her will.
It's not against his will because when he sold her, he knew it's possible.
He knew it's possible, but in the long run, it's against his will. In the long run, it's against his will. If he decides if he wants to change his mind, I'll explain differently. Let's say we'll go a little differently.
This guy, that's no good.
Well, yeah, let's say a little differently. A person marries, a lady gets married in the olden days. You have Kiddushin and you have Nisuin. After Kiddushin, she sees this guy is a Hamor. I don't know what he is.
Right.
She's not interested. She needs a get. But can he force her to do Chudah? Can he force her to go to the next level of marriage? So maybe we should say the same thing here.
Right.
But we're not saying that here. Here we're saying whether we like the guy or not, it's too bad.
Because it says
Does not depend on her age.
Again?
Doesn't does not depend on her age. If she go general or
Which case?
things. This.
By a Mavi, yeah, by a Mavi has up to nada, up to 12.
that's when he sells her when she
He could sell her up to 12.
Under
Once she
12.
turns 12, she goes free.
Right.
She goes free.
She's there.
So now he sold her. She's 10 years old. At 11, she
has
wants
2
out.
years.
She doesn't. The
years.
master
So he
wants
has
to
to
marry
buy-
her, and she doesn't.
Sorry.
I think the only out is the father has to pay and buy her back.
That would be the only way.
Yeah.
No. First, even in that case, I'm not sure if he could stop her from getting married. It's already too late for that. It might be too late. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, she wouldn't need a get.
She,
in the case
no,
of,
she would need to get shechrur. She need a free a document. Yeah, she
Right, but
needs
not
to
again.
shechrur.
But
No,
she could marry a Kohen afterwards.
she would be able to marry one. Yes.
So that's the difference. Now,
Right.
when he marries
no
off
marriage
his daughter
whatsoever.
in
Then-
Kiddushin at 10 years old,
And she gets divorced, and she's fully she can't marry Kohen either. Right.
she cannot marry.
Because the
Okay.
she never effectively took place.
If they didn't do Yud yet, they didn't take place in our case.
Say again, I'm sorry.
If you didn't try marrying her yet, it did not take place. It was just a sale. Okay, I don't have anything on Chodesh Adar yet, but when I don't have anything on Chodesh Adar yet, unless you want to speak. Okay, we'll go back to the last.
Basically, what we're saying is if he received 4 sheep and 2 donkeys.
Yes, no, we're going to go a little different today. The Torah, when it comes to different kelim, when it comes to Aaron, it says v'asu. When it comes to all the other kelim, it does not say v'asu, it says v'asita. What's the difference? Why by the Aaron it says v'asu, and by all the other kelim it says v'asita? Why is by the Aaron plural? Good, why?
But why?
I think our Chaim HaKadosh explains. Again, we said that the Aaron is Keneged what? Keneged Torah. Borei Olam is telling Klal Yisrael v'asu in the Shulchan, in the Mizbeach Tzaf. You have to be a Kohen, you have to be a king, you have to be whatever. When it comes to the Torah is everyone. The Torah is made by everyone. V'asu, everyone has to have part in that Aaron. Why? Because everyone has part in the Torah. It's not just for any specific group. Not just for Kohanim, not just for Levim, it's for everyone. Yes. First one's al Torah, yes. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, have a good day.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Who has the Vav? The Vav has the